That's a lot of people ask, oh, why won't Richard, say Hedron on stream? Why won't Richard mention other projects? And you got to think about it in his perspective. He doesn't want to take mind share, and he doesn't want to promote things that will, his whole thing is protecting the hex price, right? The OA's whole thing is your best friend, Hexagon's best friend, the OA. So, like, logically, he should never mention anything other than things that will pump the hex price, and specifically things that he built himself, which he knows for sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond all its integrity and everything he's in it for, and billionaire status, that they will not fail and they will do nothing but good things for hex. So that's why he doesn't mention other projects. He may like dance around it and mention, he said something the other day about we have NFTs in hex, tradable stakes. He never mentioned the name, but he mentioned that just as like a
he did actually mention Hedron on one of the Twitter spaces. I think it was the one he did with when he had the debate with Tangent. No, he didn't do it accidentally. He really? He actually gave Alex props. Alex, the founder of Hedron, he said that he someone built something where you could do encapsulated stakes. It's called Hedron. I looked at the code, and the code is solid. The guy's obviously worked to a really, really high standard. So I'm happy that I'm able to give people, and it's great because he didn't like endorse it as such, but he just gave a comment that like, hey, look, even our community is building better shit than is available out in the general crypto space. And he just gave like a bit of props because he's done the same thing with Maxi as well. He gave like a bit of props to the founders of them because they are things that benefit Hex. I don't think that Hedron is any kind of a vampire attack on Hex at all. It's a derivative. It just means that people can get liquidity in different ways. So actually, in a way, it's probably going to help the Hex price because people are going to be less likely to sell the Hex and more likely to sell the other thing.
Right. So that was, I would not count. I bet you could count on, well, again, that's the only time. And on Twitter space too. I'd be surprised if he says it more than one other time, I would say. But it was kind of, I think he does it he only does it in a way where it makes Hex look good in that way. And that's his job. Like, if we're shareholders and he's CEO, he's bound by the board to do things that only increase value for shareholders. If you think about it that way, again, that's a totally abstract analogy, and Richard's not CEO, blah, 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 no expectations. But if you think about it that way, you can understand why he does the thing he does and doesn't do the things he does too.
Well, also it's because he spent years and years and years building a name and a brand around himself, right? He doesn't want to endorse other things because they haven't done the amount of work he's done to get to the position he's at. If he says a ticker name, people are going to go buy that ticker because people will buy whatever Richard says. Okay, so so I completely get it. Like,
I got into Byteball because Richard liked Byteball back then, and Byteball is actually pretty cool, anyways. But he stopped liking it after they stopped giving Bitcoin free claims on it. But I remember Obyte is called now. But
have you been like a Richard Hart guy for many years then, have you?
I have, since 2017.
Wow.
Before Hex, way
awesome.
before Hex.